Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I watch a thing and then get really excited for it, and you're all like, he seems pretty excited. That's where we're at today. It is the Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail launch trailer. They had the live letter recently, and I was asleep. It was 4 a.m. for me. I was like, I'll catch up to it later, and I haven't had the chance to do that until right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to watch the launch trailer and hopefully get really hype, almost as hype as a man who's got one of these. I love this. It's got Yoshi P. It's got Amanda Aiken right now. We got Foxconn down there and Ivy. Look at that. I think that one's Ivy. That one's Foxconn. I'm coming for you, Jason. And then I'm going overseas. Oh my God, Colin, I'm going to get you. I'm getting everyone. I'm getting all the Scions. They're going to be up on that damn thing. I'm very excited. And then I'll hang it in the back somewhere. But for now, it's there. Because I have no place to hang it yet. Or anything to hang it with. Or on. But I will. Just like how I will watch this trailer. Let's do this thing.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Oh, I see it rhymes.
Do not be so quick to relax.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Whence.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
So that's our new narrator, huh? Okay.
You four will compete in the rite of succession. The outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant.
We are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen.
Our nation can change for the better.
I am bound to no one.
Wuklemat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
A waste of time. I can always take what I need later.
I'm waiting for it. You know we're about to get a change
Our
up.
nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. It is through embracing innovation that we will usher Tuliyollal onto a more prosperous future.
Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
All this time, it was here, the city of gold.
Let's go!
A golden light. Could it be?
About the key remains shrouded in mystery.
What in the world is that?
What is this relic of theirs? Who made it? And to what end?
I
my people's happiness to the last!
With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
Okay, hold up. Pause. I have many a thought. Also, I feel like I should just reuse the thumbnail of me being like, what is this expansion? I feel the same way now that I felt back when they were doing the fan fests and they just kept announcing things. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? What does that mean? That's the entirety of this trailer. The first half, I'm like, yup. That checks out. And then they were like, oh, watch this shit. So now I got it. Oh, God. Okay. We got to go back. We got to go back to the beginning. Oh, boy. I haven't watched the live letter yet, so I'm assuming that a lot of this will be answered in that. So if it has, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. But, let me lower the volume on this.
For once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders.
So we're clearly saying goodbye from Charlian, right? And I assume this is probably another mom-funded expedition, probably, in some way. You know what I mean? I guess technically they all are, aren't they? Obviously Tataru. The interesting thing is this boy. I have a feeling that this is going to be kind of like a two-parter. Not that they're going to end it with a, like, what's going to happen? But that the first part of this expansion will be drastically different from the second. Very similar to Endwalker, where Endwalker, the first part of Endwalker is one thing, and by the end it's a whole other thing. And I feel like Graha is going to end up staying behind for part one. This isn't like Graha waves goodbye and we never see him again, because he's literally in the trailer in the New World. So he's a part of the story in some way. So I imagine this is like, we're going off to answer this letter with our new friend. And then we get there and things go down because we realize that Estinian is there and then the dads are there and that's a whole thing. So also, we have Thancred, Urianger, and we have Estinian off on his own. Where does that leave? Where does that leave our girl Stola? She's clearly there in the trailer, but I don't see her in this scene. Was she part of, well, let's see. Because she doesn't appear to be part of the team traveling with us right now.
We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
For some reason, I love the way that this... I know I made a joke, like a George Lucas, it rhymes, or whatever the hell they said about Star Wars. But this actually does... There's a cool kind of like ship sailing into the distance. I almost expected to see... to hear Emmett Selk over this and him doing one of his like Emmett Selk speeches, because it's almost the exact shot in the Endwalker launch trailer. So I was like, that was pretty clever. I like that.
Do not be so quick to relax.
Right, so there, that shot is the twins, right? It's basically the crew that I thought was going to be there. But still no Stola. So I don't know what's going on with her. I'm curious about that. But, yeah. So this is going to be probably... Oh, man. Remember... Well, I guess this will probably happen early. This may be like a early combat fight of some sort. I was going to say, think of it kind of going from Alamigo over to Othard or Hingashi, right? And that ship voyage and how we had to do like a fight and then a dungeon. I was like, oh, maybe that's the thing here, but this would probably be too early for a dungeon. I don't know. But it could explain more into the lightning stuff, which I want to get into later because I had a thought. And maybe the storm is related to that.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne.
I don't know what it is. All these shots are amazing.
This contest is...
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, so someone gets thrown back over there. Just probably looks like, that's probably Guy. That's probably just like, say the man! And then Alice is thrown, and... Watch here. Brother! I love that the two of them keep saving each other. It's very cute. It is an extreme, fun little detail they keep adding. I don't know if it's extremely is what I meant. Extreme fun is a totally different thing. But yeah, I love that.
Test is said and done.
This, however, feels like they're still using an old engine, because that, of all the faces, that, like, of all the images in this trailer, this is the one where I was like, yo, they gave this man a derp face. Something about him just, I'm like, doesn't sit right with me. But just in his face, everything else looks awesome. So I wonder if this was filmed before they made changes.
I'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woglamat.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting...
That shot looks amazing. Looks like a totally different man. He became cooler on the trip, I guess.
...prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Beautiful city. Getting a chance to run around in it and experience it. I cannot stress to you, you're going to have so much fun. There's a lot to look out. A lot of little vignettes, like I said in my big video about this. A lot of different people walking around. It'll be a lot of fun. They even show it here in the next segment. Like right here, just straight up some of the fun little things that happen in this town. Obviously, this is the cutscene version of it, but there's little things happening everywhere, and the town feels very alive, and I imagine with actual players in it too, it'll feel even more alive, so pretty excited for this one. Also, the music you're hearing is zone music for this entire first half. It isn't multiple zones, it's one zone song, just continuously played. I use it in the video where I do the media tour stuff. This right here is, that's the intro to the first dungeon. You ride on this boat, and this is them going through the dungeon. This is dungeon 1. Very fun. If you watch my video, I'm not going to spoil it because I did say in there that I don't want to spoil what happens, but it's pretty fun. This boy, we see plenty of them. Mostly this is to show off some really cool Pictomancer abilities. But this guy, the Bufftoir, I don't know what we're calling this man, but I love him. I love that on the moon, you got like little tiny skinny baby boys, and then here you got like buff boys. My favorite one, I don't know if you noticed this guy right here, he kind of looks like he's like, what, me? I realize that's probably not an actual cactuar, but it is, who, me? Is what he looks like. Also, I just realized this is a complete square, so this is probably a dungeon, and we have to fight him in a dungeon. And it's a dungeon in the area that's kind of like the Wild West, maybe? We've seen a lot of that, but not much of what it's about, so we'll see.
You four will compete in the rite of succession.
I don't understand what Estinian's like, I'm gonna go look for adventure and be a cool dude. And I'm like, cool, Estinian. But I don't understand, like, why is he fighting here? What's Estinian up to? What's his... I have so many questions.
Outcome of which will
Oh, wait, I have another question. Did you see that bit at the end? So we walk in on them fighting? Or are we there to witness the fight? What's going on there? Why are we doing this? What is happening in this scene? Are they like, we like to fight, both of us, so we became best fight buddies? And, okay.
of which will decide who takes my place.
Let me take a look at this scene. So the things of note in this shot are we have our boss here with his head that is covered for reasons I'm not sure. Because in the trailer, he's only speaking out of this one. I wonder if the voice that's like, I duck like this, that happens later. If that's this dude, maybe? I don't know. But for some reason, we only see this head talking. Anyway, each of these dudes, you'll notice there's this guy's holding a thing, and then this guy's holding a thing, and this guy's holding a thing, and I think this guy's holding a thing. And my assumption is there are 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe quest guides or notes or riddles that are going to lead us to the next part of you want to be in charge? This is how you be in charge. And that's what this is going to be, a big adventure across the continent, right? And so my thoughts are we have our team here because there's our girl. And this guy is going to be like, here, take this one. And then this dude right here, I think I've seen art of what is potentially maybe like a just a general or a commander or like the leader of the troops, some sort of Mamalja guy who is this dude. This is the two-headed son, the other son, I think. And then somewhere over here, I would imagine, is the the cat boy that I don't remember his name. The one that is with spoilers. Anyway, I think we see him shortly here in a sec.
A dawn serpent.
We are blessed.
Unless, of course, hold on. Unless, of course, well, there actually appear to be many. So I would wager there are many people getting involved in this. Okay. So this guy may not even be like a major player, even though I think he probably could, just because his head feathers are like a whole thing. I feel like he's still the guy I saw in the art. But it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a 6th Mamalja that's over here as the camera goes through. So there's probably many more people than just 4. I don't know. I don't know why that matters to me, but I like figuring stuff out. What can I say?
Who takes my place? A dawn serpent.
We are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen.
Our nation can change
This guy.
for the better.
I am bound to no one.
Okay, here we go. All right, so, this is, whoa, what is this situation back here? Okay, so this dude has his own team as well. And he is clearly going to be one of the people we compete against. So we have our competition right now is these two, them.
We are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen.
Our
This boy.
nation can change for the better.
The question is, what kind of better is he talking about? You know what I mean? Is this one of those like, we got a lot of problems and I'm here to fix it? Or like, I'm gonna dominate this and only through the power of something stupid can I really truly become, you know, like one of those, you know? He's like, I'm gonna make things better by crushing everyone. Then we got this guy who is clearly a badass warrior. I have yet to figure out if he is either 1, story fodder, in which he's just here to die stupidly, or 2, bad guy at the end. He's so like, who is this guy? That he's one of those two.
I am bound to no one.
And then we have Wooklamat, our champion.
A waste of time. I can always take what I need later.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built.
It is through embracing innovation that we will usher Tuliyollal onto a more prosperous future.
Still not a shot of Stola or Graha. At least in the beginning. And this, of course, is where the trailer does what I love when they do this in the trailers. This is my favorite Creative Business Unit 3 trailer things where they're like, here comes the cool part.
its people lived as gods.
That's either going to be the voice of some sort of deity creature, or it's the other head, right? It's the head that has the mask over it, or the drapes, cloth, covering. This, however, is cool as beans, and I do not know where this would be. Like on the map. I don't know what this is. Clearly a gateway, which this feels very important, like something that it's a gateway to a place of protection. I have thoughts.
Never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
All this time, it was here, the city of gold.
Okay, before we get into this stuff, because the music is great, and I hate to interrupt that. I have thoughts on this. So we saw some lightning, right? And this is one of those... Apparently this area, the whole idea is lightning stormy stuff and electromagnetical things. And just really quickly want to dive into this bad boy and talk to you about the calamity of lightning. This would be the second Umbral era, long ago. Despite the constant wars waged by kings seeking to expand their domains, mankind thrived, its numbers multiplying with each passing summer. To house and feed the people, forests were felled and fields planted. To forge their tools and weapons, mountains were gutted and skies blackened. For countless years, nature suffered this wanton spoiling of the land until finally the scales were tipped. Mountains of fire belched forth ink-stained clouds which covered the skies and thrust the realm into eternal darkness. From the skies fell an endless rain of white-hot lightning bolts, which razed fields, boiled lakes, and split the very walls of mighty fortifications. For a full 12 moon and a day did nature's fury ring. Fearful that the gods meant to purge the land of mankind once and for all, the people abandoned their homes and towns and fled underground into caves. Awaiting them there, however, was not salvation, but death, for the caves became breeding grounds for pestilence and plague. As the people that sat trapped in darkness watched their families meet slow, painful ends, they concentrated their efforts on the one path left to them, prayer. Theologians believe it is a mixture of desperation and focused prayer that gave way to the very first magic incarnations. So this is a time period where people were forced to run underground because of lightning. And I would imagine that if there were any Asians around, any ancients still left around, that one of them may have tried to create some sort of bastion for people. Could Solution 9 be related to that time period, which is why they are so much more technologically advanced than everyone else, because they've been around since the second Umbral era, in seclusion, living their own sort of existence. More importantly, could the portal that we saw, where do we see you, portal? Could this portal, in fact, be some similar gateway like the Crystal Tower to another place in time? And maybe Solution 9 is the 9th shard? And so, or at least a part of it in some way? I don't know. There's a lot of it could be in there, but I have no clue. Anyway, let's cue the music again.
The city of gold.
I mean, that's a whole, all right, first off, that's gonna be an awesome fight. But secondly, this is a whole thing. What the hell? That's cool as shit. I can't tell if that's a pyramid or stairs or both. Either way, whatever's at the top of that, I want to know. Also, I just want to say,
the city of gold.
And this isn't just a excuse to hear this again. But right there, we're with Aaronville a lot in this. So my assumption is that's the reason why he is the narrator, because he's with us the entire time. Is he going to Graha his way into all of your hearts? I mean, he already did. But I mean, like, even more so. I can't wait to see what happens with him. Again, either going to be totally fine or we're losing that boy by the end of this. I don't know. But we'll all find out together, I'm sure. Okay. That is an awesome looking guy. Similar to the model from the Gaia fights, right? That raid tier. So they come out of the lightning bubble full force like they're a Halo 1 up in here. Again, that thing's awesome. I keep wanting to call him Tritalk, but I know that's not that guy's name. What is it? Garmer? Close enough.
A golden light. Could it be?
Right. So at some point they come full invading. I mean, this is just in the Tuliyollal. That's just, I mean, this is all right. So shit's going down. Spoilers, shit going down. Summer vacation. All right, real quick, we got to go back. They can't do this to me and flash all that and me not stop halfway. Okay. Right. So that's, I mean, first off, really cool ability, but I'm gonna see if I can pause it correctly. Another big boss fight. Mysterious girl who I don't know a damn thing about you, but I need to know more. Another cool boss fight. And pause again. All right. Please note that at least in this shot, Urian J, what appears to be a Graha arm, but still no Stola. Is she staying back this time? Is she like, you know what, I'm over it. I'm gonna try and I can't remember if that happened already and I just have forgotten. But maybe she's like, look, Runar's waiting for me, which would make a lot of you happy, but I don't know. I have no clue. I am interested in this shot, which is like,
Much about the key remains shrouded in mystery.
I mean, this is like a giant, I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know. But I feel like this was probably the thing they were hiding from that scene. Because this looks down here, kind of looks like, remember that one shot where they were like, oh, we're hiding something in this corner. And then they released a full version of it and there was just nothing there. I assume they edited that bit out and this is what is there. Like a lightning collector or generator? What's above it?
What in the world is that?
Okay, so we're going through. Wherever we're going through. And maybe we're just going to Solution 9 at this point. But I don't know. And looking closer at this team, that is 100% Y'shtola right there. So, never mind, we're good. But that's, I mean, like, look, right there, that's her. That's 100% her, so. Never mind, crisis averted. Cat girl present. We're all good, people. We're all good. We can all calm down now. You shouldn't get so worked up that you spend 10 minutes trying to find her in footage. That'd be weird. All right, anyway. So that fight's going to be crazy. We're going to be on the ground, in the air, doing all sorts of crazy shit. This is the artifact we're going after? Or maybe it's a series of artifacts? I don't know.
What is this relic of theirs? Who made it?
And to what end?
No, that's it. And this is definitely going to be maybe the key that gets us in. Do you think this is one of those, like, the higher society with the techno stuff secretly controls the other society and lets them live their lives as long as they don't, like, you know, don't come over here? Is this one of those things? And then maybe Wuklamad or someone is like, no, we've been lied to our entire lives. And then they're like, okay, well, we got to kill you then. Do you think we're going to do that? One of those?
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last.
With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
I feel like that line of dialogue is in relation to what was done to make all this happen. Does that make any sense? Like, the implication is, could you have done better than we did? Right? Like, we were given a choice. We made what we thought was the best choice. We had to make some sacrifices. Could you have done better? Like, that kind of vibe? I don't know. I have no clue. Everything I said could be gibberish. I don't know. I'm so hyped up on what I just saw. That music at the end there. So excited. Yeah, I am, again, I'm going to go back to what I said. What is this expansion? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I can't wait, because we are not this Friday, but next Friday away. And so get ready, y'all. I am excited.